The clock ticks softly in the background, but each tick carries with it an unspoken truth. Time waits for no one. Yet how many of us sit in anticipation, hoping for the perfect moment, the right conditions, or a sign that we're ready? This is a call to action, not tomorrow, not later, but now. The most dangerous phrase we tell ourselves is, "I'll start tomorrow." It feels harmless, doesn't it? Like there's an endless supply of tomorrows waiting for us. But let me ask you something. How many dreams have you postponed? How many opportunities have slipped away? And how many moments have you spent waiting for the perfect time? In this video, we're diving into a truth that could change your life. There is no perfect time. The clock is ticking, and every second you wait is a second you'll never get back. It's time to break free from the cycle of hesitation, overcome fear, and take that first step toward the life you've been dreaming of. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. The best time to start is not tomorrow. It's not later. It's now. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Embracing the illusion of the right time. The idea of waiting for the perfect time is deeply ingrained in us. We believe that when the stars align, we'll be ready. But let me share a story. A young artist had a dream to paint a masterpiece. She bought expensive tools and waited for inspiration to strike. Days turned into months, and months into years. Her canvas remained blank. One day she realized that waiting for the perfect moment had stolen her opportunity to create. She picked up her brush and began. Her first strokes were messy, uncertain, but with time she found her rhythm, and what she painted became the masterpiece she always dreamed of. The truth is, there's no perfect time. Life is unpredictable. Conditions will never be completely ideal, and waiting often becomes procrastination cloaked in a disguise of preparation. Action transforms uncertainty into progress. Take a moment to think about what you've been postponing. Maybe it's a fitness goal, a career change, or telling someone how you feel. Start today. Small steps are better than standing still. Lesson 2. Overcoming the fear of failure. Why do we wait? Often it's fear of not being good enough, of failing, or of facing judgment. But failure is not the enemy. In fact, it's the greatest teacher. Think of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." If he had let fear paralyze him, the world might still be in the dark. I remember a close friend who dreamt of starting a business but feared losing money and facing ridicule. For years, she stayed in a job she hated. One day, she decided she'd rather face failure than regret. She took the leap. Her first venture flopped. She cried, learned, and tried again. Today, she's a successful entrepreneur, not because she avoided failure, but because she embraced it. Failure is a stepping stone. It's not falling that defines you, it's whether you get back up. Every attempt is progress, even if it doesn't lead to immediate success. Lesson 3. The power of starting small. Sometimes we wait because the goal feels too big, too overwhelming. But every great achievement starts with a single step. Consider the Chinese proverb, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." There's a story about a man who wanted to run a marathon. He wasn't athletic, and the thought of running 26 miles was daunting. Instead of focusing on the end goal, he decided to start by running to the end of his street. The next day, he went a little farther. Slowly, he built stamina. A year later, he crossed the marathon finish line, not because he was extraordinary, but because he started small. The same applies to any area of life. Want to write a book? Start with 1 page. Want to save money? Begin with $1. The magic of small beginnings is that they build momentum. Once you start, you'll realize how far you can go. Lesson 4. The cost of waiting. Let's talk about the cost of waiting. Imagine you're holding a bucket under a dripping faucet. Every drop represents a moment of your life. You think there's plenty of time, so you let it drip. But then the bucket overflows and you realize you've run out of space. Regret often stems not from what we did, but from what we didn't do. The conversations left unsaid, the risks not taken, the dreams left unexplored, they weigh heavier than failure. I once met an elderly man who shared this insight. "I don't regret the mistakes I made," he said. "I regret the chances I didn't take when I had the strength to try." Time is finite. Every day you wait is a day you can't get back. Imagine looking back 5 years from now. Will you wish you had started today? Lesson 5. Cultivating a now mindset. How do you shift from waiting to doing? By embracing the present moment. Too often we're trapped in the past or worrying about the future. The key is to focus on now. Practice mindfulness. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that this moment is all you have. Start by dedicating 5 minutes each day to your goal. Whether it's reading, exercising, or brainstorming ideas, let those 5 minutes be a sacred commitment to yourself. Set small, actionable goals. Break your big aspirations into manageable chunks and celebrate small wins. Each accomplishment builds confidence and reinforces your commitment. Lesson 6. Turning doubt into determination. Self-doubt is a powerful enemy. It whispers, "You're not ready. You're not capable." But here's the secret. Everyone who ever achieved something great faced doubt. Think of J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, she was rejected by 12 publishers. She could have given up, believing she wasn't good enough, but she didn't let doubt win. Whenever doubt creeps in, counter it with action. Doubt thrives in inaction. The more you do, the quieter it becomes. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and believe in your potential. Lesson 7. Building the habit of action. Finally, starting is not a one-time event. It's a habit. Successful people don't wait for motivation. They rely on discipline. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Create routines that prioritize your goals. If you want to write, set aside a specific time each day. If you want to exercise, pack your gym bag the night before. Remove obstacles that make starting harder. Remember, every day is a new chance to begin. You don't have to wait for Monday, a new month, or the new year. Start now. Stop waiting. The best time to start is now, not because you're fully prepared, but because every moment you delay is a moment lost. Imagine the life you could create if you stopped hesitating. Visualize your future self, thanking you for the courage you found today. The clock is still ticking, but now it's not a warning, it's an opportunity. What will you do with it?